I'm going to preview the 1 seed Texas versus 1 seed UCLA women's basketball game, which will be played on April 3rd at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, or a little bit later because that 1 seed UConn versus 1 seed South Carolina women's basketball game takes too long. Regardless, though, it's going to be on ESPN, and I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. Like, this will be played in Phoenix, Arizona at the Mortgage Matchup Center. As of right now, Texas is favored, but it isn't by like a lot of points. 1.5 to be exact. This is obviously a rematch from the regular season and the first game in the Players Era Championship for both of these squads. Yeah, and Texas won that game 76-65. And you know what's crazy is Texas was not exactly fully healthy at the time. Now they're healthier than they were back then. And yet UCLA has won 29 straight games since that point. Yeah, they're 35-1 overall. 18-0 in the Big Ten. Well, Texas, obviously 35-3 overall, 13-3 in the SEC. What's at stake for this game? And honestly, Texas is trying to get to the national title game for the first time since 1986. So really, the second one overall for the program. While UCLA is trying to get to their first national title game in program history. So it's either going to be the first time in program history or first time in a long time. Right here. And I'm going to go over players to keep it on for both squads. Then I'll give keys to the game for both. I'm going to start with Texas because of they have more losses than UCLA does. But you could argue either way which one to start with. The first player to keep an eye on for Texas is Maston Booker, number 35, 6'1" forward as a junior, 19.3 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, 2.2 turnovers per game, 2.2 steals per game, just 0.7 blocks per game, 2.2 fouls per game, 29.9% on threes on 77 attempts, 84.9% on free throws on 152 attempts. And there's Jordan Lee, number 7, 6-foot guard as a sophomore, 13.3 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 1.5 steals per game, 0.7 fouls per game, 34.5% on threes on 206 attempts, 75% on free throws on 72 attempts. There's Kyla Odeker, number 00, 6'6" center as a senior, 10.4 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, 1.3 turnovers per game, 1.2 steals per game, 1.2 blocks per game, 2.5 fouls per game, no threes attempted, 66.9% on free throws, 66.9 on 178 attempts. This Jarvis Carlton, number 11, 6'1" forward as a sophomore, 8.5 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 1.1 steals per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 1.8 fouls per game, 47.4% on threes, but that's on 19 attempts, 73.1% on free throws on 67 attempts. There's Rory Harmon, of course, number 3, 5'6" guard as a senior, 8.4 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game, 6.3 assists per game, 1.7 turnovers per game, 2.8 steals per game, 1.4 fouls per game, 46.4% on threes on 28 attempts. Yeah, she doesn't take them, but she can make them. 71% on free throws on 69 attempts. There is Aaliyah Crump, number 23, 6'1" guard as a freshman, 8 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game, 1 turnover per game, 0.9 steals per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 31.4% on threes on 70 attempts, 77.8% on free throws on 36 attempts. There's Brea Cunningham, number 25, 6'4" forward as a junior, 7.9 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 1 turnover per game, 0.9 steals per game, 0.9 blocks per game, 2.9 fouls per game. No threes attempted, 50.9% on free throws on 57 attempts. There's Brianna Preston, number 1, 5'9" guard as a sophomore, 5.1 points per game. 5.1 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, 0.8 turnovers per game, 0.8 steals per game, 1.2 fouls per game, 44.4% on threes, but that's on 9 attempts, 57.1% on free throws on 42 attempts. And there's really 2 more players I'm really going to keep I would keep an eye on for Texas, and that would be Taya Sedbury, number 32, 6'1" forward as a senior, 5 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, 0.7 turnovers per game, 0.8 steals per game, 1.6 fouls per game, 40% on threes, but that's on 20 attempts, 76.9% on free throws on 39 attempts. And the last one is Ashton Judd, number 21, 6'1" guard as a senior, 4.4 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 1.6 fouls per game, 23.1% on threes on 26 attempts, 79.3% on free throws on 29 attempts. Now for UCLA. And we have to honestly wait and see on the injury status for both of these teams going into the next game. I'm just saying that right now. I know Rory Harmon did get dinged up, apparently, but she played through it. I'm just saying that right now. First player for UCLA is obviously Lauren Betts, number 51, 6'7" center that is a senior, 17.2 points per game, 8.6 rebounds per game, 3.2 assists per game, 2.3 turnovers per game, 1.1 steals per game, 2 blocks per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 0 for 2 on threes, 67.5% on free throws on 114 attempts. There's Kiki Rice, number 1, 5'11" guard as a senior, 15.2 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, 4.4 assists per game, 1.6 turnovers per game, 1.5 steals per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 37.5% on threes on 88 attempts, 90.3% on free throws on 154 attempts. There's Gabriela Jaquez, number 11. A 6-foot guard as a senior, 13.4 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, 1.8 turnovers per game, 1.2 steals per game, 1.9 fouls per game. I apologize if I went over this player already. Just want to make sure. 39.3% on threes on 117 attempts, 85.3% on free throws on 102 attempts. There's Gianna Neekins, number 8, 6-foot guard as a senior, 12.8 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, 2.9 assists per game, 1.1 turnovers per game, 1.1 steals per game, 1.9 fouls per game, 42.9% on threes, 191 attempts, 93% on free throws on 43 attempts. There's Angela Dugalic, number 32, 6'4" forward as a senior, 9.1 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists per game, 1.8 turnovers per game, 1.1 steals per game, 2.6 blocks per game, just 0.6. 1.9 fouls per game, 32.6% on threes on 86 attempts, 76% on free throws, but that's on 50 attempts. There's Charlie Legger Walker, she's a 5'10" guard. That's a grad senior, and I know it doesn't show on ESPN now, but when you go to the UCLA website, that's what it is. So that's how come I know that, by the way. 8.6 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 5.8 assists per game, 2.1 turnovers per game, 1.6 steals per game, 1.7 fouls per game. 1.7 fouls per game, 35.9% on threes on 131 attempts, 64.1% on free throws, but that's on 39 attempts. The Sienna Betts, number 16, 6'4" forward as a freshman, 6.5 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 1 for 10 on threes, aka 10%, 51.2% on free throws on 41 attempts. And Atlanta Billick, number 9, 6'3" guard. That is a freshman. Yeah, I'm going what ESPN is saying on this, on the position here. That's 3.2 points per game, 1.1 fouls per game, 27.8% on threes on 72 attempts, made all 3 free throws this year, aka 100%. And this is the last player we're going to go over in general, and that's Amanda Muse, number 33, 6'4" forward as a sophomore, 1.3 points per game, 1 foul per game, no threes attempted, 50% on free throws, but that's on 18 attempts. I'm going to say this up front. Yes, there might be some questionable officiating at times, but you got to be the more mentally tougher team and make plays to win. And obviously, whatever you do right in the first meeting, you got to bring in that meet in this upcoming one, and whatever you did wrong in that meeting, you got to correct. And I know it's been a long time since these two squads have played each other, but it's just saying that in general. And obviously, whatever you did right last game, you got to bring this game. Whatever you did wrong last game, you got to correct, because if you don't, you might flat out lose. You got to keep your composure in all this, because the last thing you want is to get a technical foul or a flagrant foul. I'm just saying that because that could be the difference maker in the game. You got to be good in late game situations, both offensively and defensively, in case it comes down to it. And you got to do this for your seniors, because surely you want them to go to the national title game for the first time in their careers. I'm just saying that right now. And you got to hustle the other team. You got to make adjustments on the fly, both offensively and defensively, not just from first half to second half, but during the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, and even overtime, if it's even needed. And I expect this game to be very close. I would be stunned if this was a blowout. This is one of the games that I don't see a blowout happening on either side, unless one team plays really bad and the other team plays really good. I'm just being honest. You got to limit your foul trouble while getting the opposing team in foul trouble. I'm just telling the truth. Now, defensively, you got container shooters, container slashers. You want to limit the points in the paint as much as you can. You got to slow down the key players as much as you can, and make them inefficient as much as you can, while taking away those role players. I'm just saying. And you want to limit the points out turnovers as much as you can. And same thing goes for the second chance points. And the best way to do that is to get some defensive rebounds in this type of game. And you got to limit the transition points, because you know that's easier than scoring in a half court sometimes. And you don't want to let the opposing team live it at the free throw line, because they'll have chances to either cut down the deficit, tie the game up, or take the lead on you. And especially you don't want to foul on a jump shot at that. Or like flat out, either like a jump shot in general or a 3-point shot. That's just telling the truth. And you do want to force some turnovers in this type of game, because sometimes your best offense comes from your defense. And speaking of offense, you got to get some points out of turnovers. You got to get some offensive rebounds so you get some second chance points. You got to get some points in the paint, whether it's like a straight up post up or drive to the basket or pick and roll. It doesn't really matter. You got to have a good shot selection. And if you get to the free throw line, you got to make them count, because that could be the difference in the game sometimes. And you got to take care of the ball as much as you can. And obviously, you want your best players to be stepping up in this type of game as much as you can, while having your role players step up and kick it, like if needed, because you know they could be the unsung heroes to make a further NCAA tournament run. We're going to have to obviously wait and see what happens. It wouldn't shock me either way. And I expect, and obviously another thing, you got to take away the opposing fan base out of this game as much as you can while getting your fans involved. And I expect both fan bases to really show up in this type of game. It's like a neutral site, though the first time was kind of a neutral site as well. And I expect UCLA to be very motivated. After all, they're facing a team that was the only loss this year. And it's hard to beat the same team twice, but we have to honestly wait and see what happens. And I'm sure Texas knows UCLA wants revenge against them. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe, and see you guys later on the road. And unsubscribe, squad ultimate goal is now more some money this course like video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people. So sharing the video does help as well. So more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe. It's free to hit the notification bell as well.